Hey, this is Jeff. Welcome back to Fallout 4 roleplaying with the attack key disabled. Last week, Nasty Nate acquired a courser chip, so he's back at the memory den to see about getting it decoded.
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
I found Virgil. He has a way inside the Institute, but I need a code from a courser chip.
A courser chip? You fought a courser? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't help you. I've worked on a lot of synths, but never a courser. I don't know what that chip does, let alone how to decode it. But there are people who might. I work with a group that, well, they're the only ones I know that even have a chance at cracking Institute security. They're called the Railroad.
Doc, I watched you use an Institute implant to wire up Nick's CPU to a little scrap of Cornflake's brain. You really telling me this Railroad is the only ones can decode this chip?
A pre-war computer chip, maybe you could find someone else. But the Institute is far more advanced. They built the synths, for God's sake. The Railroad's the only group with people who even understand Institute security protocol at the most basic level. You'll need a code phrase to find them. Follow the Freedom Trail. I'm afraid that's all I have.
Whatever. Any idea what the code phrase means?
I'm not sure, but I remember there was a pre-war landmark with a similar name. I'd start there. Hopefully they've placed other clues to tell you where to go after that, hidden somewhere in plain sight. That's how they think.
All right, I'll find them.
Good luck. I'm sorry what I have is so cryptic, but hopefully you can figure things out as you go.
Yeah, I bet that lazy broad could do it. She's just too busy playing Pitfall to be bothered. At Journey's End, follow Freedom's Lantern.
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail. Feast your ears and learn more about the historic Freedom Trail, and learn the history of Boston Common.
Tell me about the Freedom Trail.
Starting here at Boston Common, follow the red path as it winds its way through our great city's streets. Markers on the trail are placed at many famous historic sites. See Paul Revere's house, the Old North Church, the Old State House, Bunker Hill, and many more.
Okay, so if you haven't done this before, the marker at each stop gives you one letter of the password, and the number gives you the sequence of that letter. So from this one, A is the 7th letter of the password. The path is pretty clearly marked with red bricks, although I can't tell a lie. The first time I ever did this, I wandered around downtown for hours looking for lanterns and didn't even notice the bricks. They are covered with rubble in places, but once you know what you're looking for, it's usually pretty easy to find where it comes back out. And the next one is right over here at the Massachusetts State House. L is the 4th letter. And the last one is at the Old North Church. R is the 1st letter. Put that all together and you get Railroad, which is obviously a terrible password for a secret society called the Railroad. But I think it might be an inside joke about password policies, because the mayor's password to the library was 123456, also a terrible password. And there's a lantern painted on the balcony, just in case you still weren't sure you were in the right place. At the end of the tunnel, there's another painted lantern at what appears to be a dead end, but some wires leading to this thing. It's a switch that you operate by spinning it around until the letter you want lines up with the marker at the top, and then you press the center to lock in that letter. Just repeat that for all 8 letters. but don't mess up or you have to start over from the beginning. There we go.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
You don't know who I am? Lady, who the hell are you?
You wanted to see us. So that means you're playing by our rules. So, answer my question.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
I'm not saying.
We have very powerful enemies. If you want to deal with us, we require your cooperation. Last question. Why are you here?
I need a Corsa chip decoded.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser Killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy, Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader of the railroad.
Yeah, we're all friends now. Let's skip to the part where you help me.
I don't know if I like your attitude.
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser chip, for God's sake.
That violates our security protocols.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's working for the Institute.
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about your chip inside.
Alrighty then.
We having fun yet?
Do I know you, pal? Hey, you're that guy that was tailing me in Good Neighbor. Yeah, thanks for the referral.
Don't try anything, stranger.
Whatever.
Tom, our visitor here has a Courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh man, it's been ages!
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done, we get the Courser chip.
Why do you want it?
Institute tech is light years beyond what we have. And a Courser chip is top of the line. I'm not gonna get into details, but that chip could help us save lives. Maybe throw a wrench in some of the Institute's operations. So, hand over the chip.
Fine. Just give me the code and it's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Corsa chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you. We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little.
Don't try anything, stranger.
What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running.
Try Darren.
Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard, I got you. All right, solve for n. Come on. Show me that sweet base number. Come on, baby. And we got it. We got the code. Let me load that onto the holotape for ya.
Good work, Tom.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're interested.
Well.
But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, You share it with us first. Otherwise, our relationship will be in jeopardy.
Relationship, huh?
Everyone's all, you've been hitting the Kims way too hard. But I got my eyes open. I see.
All right, let's get the code to Virgil.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
Yeah, I got the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
I made a few friends in the Commonwealth.
Better you than me. Face like this, I'm not gonna make too many friends. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
Your confidence is staggering.
I'm just saying, I can't guarantee it'll work. But if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
This thing will get me into the Institute?
Yes, if built correctly. And please get it right. You have to make it in there for both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Now, the quest has 3 options, but Nate sees the Brotherhood as an out-of-town gang trying to muscle in on his turf, so he definitely wouldn't ask them. He thinks the Minutemen are a joke, so it wouldn't even cross his mind to ask them, but the Railroad decoded the chip, so he's already impressed with their technical skills, and even though they seem to be unlikely bedfellows, it wouldn't be the first time organized crime had a you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of arrangement with terrorists. Or, freedom fighters, depending on whose side you're on.
If we're going to be dealing more with each other, I need to make sure that we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
Yeah, I know about him.
Good. The Institute treats synths as property, as tools.
Yeah? Well, don't matter how fancy the interface is, robots are machines. They are tools. On the other hand, they got more smarts, more sense, and more stones than most people, so it ain't like being human is a big deal neither. Go on.
So we seek to free the synths from their bondage. Give them a chance at a real life. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man? Even if that man is a synth?
Don't matter if he's flesh and blood, circuits and steel, or sausage and pepperoni. I ain't sacrificing my life for nobody.
No shame in that. Every person needs to know what they're willing to die for. It might be best if you kept your distance from us. Not for our sake, but for yours. The Institute wouldn't hesitate to torture and kill you for what you know. Deacon can show you out.
So you answered the big question and took a pass. Dez is a hardliner, a live and die for the cause kind of lady. But the truth isn't so cut and dry. Listen, are you interested in the Railroad? Learning more? Maybe joining?
Yeah, I thought she brushed me off, though.
It's complicated. Would Dez like every Tom, Dick, and Harriet to be here only to help synths? Yes, absolutely. But we live in the real world. And here, we can't turn down help. We need every able body we can get. So, you interested?
Sure, I'm interested. I've done business with plenty of people whose agenda I didn't really agree with, so long as they wasn't a threat to me and they knew how to keep their mouths shut. You guys know more about running a discreet operation than anybody I met in 200 years. Aliases, code words, dead drops, same tricks we used to keep the cops off our back.
All right, good. Let's see how much common ground we got. I get you don't want to take a bullet for a synth, but you... willing to brave some danger to stop the Institute and their nefarious schemes? I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, neither can I. Thing is, they crossed me and they're gonna pay, but I ain't seen no good reason for nobody else to call them the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Sounds to me like they're just a convenient scapegoat. What harm have they actually done to people?
Starting with ancient history, they tried to take over the Commonwealth. Came a hair away from succeeding with their synth army, so there's that. But in the what have you done for me lately category? Kidnappings. Wiped out a settlement or two and nasty bioengineering experiments. Diseases, FEV, the usual. So, you willing to fight them?
That depends on them. If they give me what I'm owed without a fight, then no. But that don't seem too likely.
Well, let me break it down for you. Every one of us believes in synths getting a fair chance, but some agents aren't really risking their necks for that. They put their asses on the line to hurt the Institute, and the Railroad's all right with that.
That's understandable. Enemy of my enemy and all that.
Everyone here wants to help synths. You should too, if you join us. But if you're risking your life for something else, hey, as long as you're in the trenches with us, we're good. Sales pitch over. If you want to walk away, here's your chance.
So what do you want from me?
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then Dez invites you into the fold. Then, if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the Railroad got your back.
What's the job?
So, up front, the only thing I'll say is that it's gonna be a wild and dangerous ride, but probably nothing new for someone like you.
Sign me up then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside of Lexington. I'll fill you in once you get there. Like the disguise? It's Wastelander camo. This is my pile of garbage, asshole. Back off. Good, right? You're lucky I didn't do one of my face swaps, too.
You can change your face?
I put myself under the knife every year or two. New face, new body, you know, the full makeover. It keeps our enemies guessing.
Yeah, I almost didn't recognize you.
That's the point. So, about the job. The Railroad's only recently been using the Old North Church. Our old base was underneath the Slocum's Joe. We had a pretty sweet setup until the Institute found us.
Your base was under a donut shop? That's definitely sweet.
It's a lot better than it sounds. Well, it was, until it was blown to hell.
Yeah, that's great. So what are we doing here?
The survivors didn't have time to grab anything. So we're getting something important we had to leave behind.
Well, let's find it then.
We gotta do one thing first. We got a tourist nearby. He or she has information on the base, so let's pump him for information before we dive in. For now, I'll take point. So I'm looking for rail signs, symbols we use to send messages to each other. If you like that, we got signs and countersigns, dead drops, even a secret handshake. All right, maybe the handshake never got on. Anyway, the tourist should have a trail left for us. Here we go. Rail sign. The arrow in the center indicates a direction. So our tourist is up ahead. Let's keep going. See the plus in the center? That means there's an ally nearby, our tourist. You take point on the conversation. Look, no matter what he says, you just say, "Mine is in the shop." Trust me.
You have a Geiger counter? Do you have a goddamn Geiger counter?
Mine's in the shop.
Who the hell is he? HQ said they were sending one agent, not two.
Sorry, I'm new. He's just shown me the ropes.
All right. The wall is my witness. I thought I was dead. It's about goddamn time you headquarters bastards got here.
Tell me what's going on.
I signed on for some light recon, but that little Slocum's Joe of yours is crawling with goddamn chrome dome synth sons of bitches. The front's fortified to hell and back. They place mines all over the goddamn place.
Alright, that's good to know. I'll be going.
Yeah. As soon as it's safe, I'm getting the hell out of here. So if you need anything else, better ask soon.
Well, isn't Ricky just a ray of sunshine? You think he's telling the truth?
I don't know. I think he's hiding something.
So you don't trust him. First rule in this business is never go against your gut. If he's lying, could be the front entrance is full of lollipops and rainbows. My guess is it's worse than he's letting on. So we're going in through the escape tunnel instead.
Donut shop has an escape tunnel?
What? Doesn't everyone have an escape tunnel? Seriously though, thank God for that tunnel. If it weren't for that, there wouldn't be any railroad left.
Tunnel's gotta be easier than a frontal assault.
Easier, but no cakewalk. You lead us there, pal. I got you covered.
And there's the donut shop. Doesn't look like there's anybody around. That's good. But we're not going that way anyway. The escape tunnel is someplace over there. And either way, I don't really want to have to backtrack all the way down the freeway ramp, so this is a perfect opportunity for a little experiment. I got an Acrobat's leather right leg, which reduces fall damage by 50% from the legendary Super Mutant Enforcer at Breakheart Banks. And I got an Acrobat's metal left leg, which also reduces fall damage by 50% from one of Kellogg's synths. I've heard that they stack, and 50 plus 50 equals 100, so in theory, with both of them equipped, I should take 0 fall damage, just like if I was wearing power armor. If they stack by multiplying, half of 50% is 25%, and this is going to be a really short trip. Geronimo! Awesome. That is definitely worth carrying around 5 extra pounds for special situations. Unfortunately, the black vest outfit takes up all 5 armor slots, so it gets unequipped automatically if you equip any arm, leg, or chest add-ons. There are plenty of things you can wear with add-ons, but I don't have any that give me +2 endurance or look as stylish, so I'll only equip these when the situation demands it. Plus, it seems comical, but think about it. A guy who looks like Nate, in his underwear, knee pads, and a sea captain's hat, jumps off a 10-story building and comes after you. I don't know about you, but I'm running like I've never run before. Anyway, I don't want to run out of time while I'm in combat halfway through this dungeon, so I'm going to call it a day, and we'll retrieve Deacon's mysterious package next week. See you then.